Hey, everyone, and welcome to the 1 Foot Down Football Show. I'm your host, Joshua Voles, site manager, emperor, supreme warlord, and defender of the faith over at onefootdown.com. And joining me once again is the commissioner, Jude Seymour, and the chief inspector, Brendan McAlinden. Fellas, should we talk about the fact that Ryan threw 114 pitches tonight?
I don't understand. You sent a text.
Is that a criminal charge?
You sent a text and you were like, he's thrown 105. And I was like,
and I thought he was done.
When I saw 105, I was like, that's a number. That certainly is for a major league ball player. Somebody tell the Tigers that you're allowed to throw a pitcher more than 65 pitches in an inning.
I think Hinch would have
AJ Hinch. Yeah, Hinch. Thankfully, he gave what's his name? Just threw 100 pitches.
Was this the coach's way of telling him to throw slower if he got him to 105 pitches?
No,
he would naturally slow start.
So, new coach, right?
Yeah. So Dylan and I had a game, so we couldn't be there. Ryan had to go. They went over to Napoleon, Ohio, and so our game wraps up, which was crap. We lost a 1-run game. Couldn't in the 6th inning. Sucked. Half the team's crying. It's a typical little league sense. Like they're in this game the entire time. I can't believe they were down in their minds. Anyways, so the game wraps up, and I'm throwing on Game Changer. And I see, I knew Ryan was starting tonight, and I see, oh man, he's in the 4th inning. We're up 4-2 in Napoleon. Napoleon's a lot bigger school than we are, and I kind of looked at the pitch count. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's in that 4 innings, and doing well, but he's going through some pitches. He was like,
that's more than a few. Get that kid an ice pack.
He got up to around 84, and I can't remember if it was in the 4th inning. I think he was around 84 pitches, and I jokingly sent a text to the head coach, and I'm like, "Hey, man, he's good for 99 tonight," and not really because hey, they used a lot of pitching on a doubleheader the night before.
Yeah,
we're saving Ryan for this. So like, hey, we kind of needed his arm, but I'm like, hey, he's good. Let's see how far he can go. So, anyways, so he gets through the 5th inning on 103 pitches, still just those 2 runs. None of them were earned, and he had 8 strikeouts. So I mean, he pitched well.
Yeah,
and I'm like, all right, he's done. Then I'm watching Game Changer, and it's not the video; it's just the game stream.
No.
And see, he's back on the mound. I'm like, ball 1, ball 2, ball 3. I'm like, I texted my wife. I'm like, did they not change it out on Game Changer? Like, is Ryan still pitching? Like, he's still pitching. So he walks a kid, gives up a single, hits a kid. He's got bases loaded, no outs, and he's sitting at 114 pitches before they finally pulled him. I think they allowed 2 runs in from those bases loaded. So he had 2 runs charged against him. But we still end up getting a win.
That's
like he got home and I'm like, dude, 114 pitches or whatever the hell.
That's like when Leland back in the aughts, when like Justin Verlander would be, it's the 7th inning. Justin Verlander gets out of the inning. He's got no runs allowed, 100 pitches, and it's like, hey, good job, Justin. And then Leland's like, you're back out there, Verlander. And then Verlander gives up 3 runs, and it's like your whole start's ruined. You got 8 innings, sure. Like it's 7 2/3 with 3 earned runs.
Yeah, and you got it out. Yeah.
Your coach was like Grady Little, and your son was like Pedro, right?
Yeah. He texted me. He's like, oh man, one of the kids was running the game. One of the players was running the Game Changer tonight, so he didn't have his phone on him to see that. He's like, I didn't see the pitch count, and I really like the guy. We get along really well. So I'm like, it's all good. Ryan he did 100 pitches in Little League a few times. So it's not a huge thing. But
was he wearing one of those giant ice pack sling things?
Like the Rocket and Rookie.
No, but I got it. Are you talking about afterwards?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Like how Nolan Ryan used to wear that thing that was like just like absolutely bulk.
No, Kerry iced him. I had him ice up on the way home, and then as soon as he walked in the door, I'm like, get the ice again. So he's fine, but all good. He had a good night, good win.
Maybe he'll do one of these tomorrow. You won't be able to get
No,
it up.
no, we're gonna have to throw around the best thing to do is throw a football.
You're
So
giving
we're
the
gonna go out
Banksy
and
test
do a
from Mighty
football round.
Ducks. He's got to turn the arm over.
So, oh, hey, welcome to the show. This is a Notre Dame football, college football show. We're not going to try to get too far in the weeds of baseball, but God bless baseball.
Yeah. Hey,
but there's a
league champs, baby.
You did get the league.
Yeah. We tonight was the game. We're gonna play the.
Is this the Dirt Dogs?
No, Dirt Dogs is the travel ball squad. We better win the tournament this weekend. But the Little League team tonight, we were playing the other Chelsea team that they have 5 Dirt Dogs on their team. I have 3. And that's the local travel team. And we beat them. And we finished the season. We'll end up going. We got one more game. Last time we played this team, we didn't record 3 outs in an inning. We put they never exhausted the outs for us. So I'm gonna empty out any kid that wants to pitch can pitch for me. I mean, we won the
and then team party at Pizza Hut.
Get
that
party
buffet
going.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the arcade.
See, that's why you need a pool, Brendan. You need a pool so you can just bring the team back to the house.
That's not
bring
a
the
bad
team back to
idea.
the house, go swimming.
It'd take a lot of grading for my backyard because there's a nice.
You do have that slope, don't you?
I got that slope. I got a nice flat spot for salmon.
But you got no. See, you're not thinking big enough. You got that slope, but you got a big enough yard.
I do.
So what you do is you set that in that slope, and now you have waterfalls on the other side.
Oh, I can get a grotto.
See, now you're thinking big. Now you're thinking like you're supposed to.
No, what you should do is use your connections to befriend Marcus Freeman and just use all of his stuff.
Oh, so. Yeah, that's the correct play. Well, here where I live, Jeff Daniels is the big benefactor. Like he's just building a restaurant. He built the ice rink for a team. So maybe I'll get in touch with Jeff Daniels.
It's like, hey, I got a team Little League party that I need a
pool. I need a pool, man.
He could probably play a pretty mean guitar for you too.
He can.
Are you sitting in an HOA?
No, that was a big deal in our neighborhood. Is we voted to not have an HOA.
Oh God, you got smartest people in the world right there. Okay, so you don't got to deal with that nonsense.
I think Brady Quinn is the president of his HOA. Am I just making that up? Have you ever heard that?
I don't not believe it.
I was gonna say it sounds
very reasonable.
Did you imagine Brady Quinn knocking on your door and saying, "Hey,
this handsome gentleman in his
you've been notified twice that your paint
about the length of your fence."
Listen,
the height of your fence.
Sidewalk. I've been looking at the sidewalk in front of your house this winter and the snow shoveling. I mean, it's like 10 a.m. and you still haven't shoveled your walk. What are you doing?
You know who would be a president of the HOA? Fucking Brian Kelly.
Oh yeah, he's a nerd.
Oh God, yeah. He's got real HOA. Yeah,
big HOA vibes.
Yeah, totally. So, speaking of Brian Kelly, he's not in college football anymore, so that's cool. But we're going to talk.
I have a Brian Kelly story. Yeah. So we recently started at a new church here in the Albany area, and the priest's name is Brian Kelly, and he just announced that he has a new assignment coming in September, and I couldn't help but think maybe Michigan State has reached out. Yeah, maybe that's where he's going.
Yeah. If Pat Fitzgerald doesn't work out. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the time of year when all the priests move, right?
Yeah, yeah. The diocese announces, and then they play the round robin game.
We're losing ours. Peace out, Father Dan. Who was the priest when I converted from being Lutheran to being Catholic right before Dylan was born. So he bounced, or he's going, I think, to a parish right by where he grew up at. And I don't know, I haven't met the new priest yet, but it's a sad day in Hicksville. Because Father Dan was a good one. Quality.
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's the one that set up that you guys took a pilgrimage to our parish, right? You came to the Pious Union of St. Joseph because we got the grotto out there, right? Didn't you guys come to Grass Lake?
They did. Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah.
They totally did. But that's I think a lot of people would go up there.
Yeah.
That's a national shrine. right?
Yeah, it is a shrine. They have all the stations,
yeah.
and it's a whole circle and a grotto and everything. Yeah, it's nice.
You know, I've drove through Bama a few times, and and the last time we drove through Bama, we almost did stop at that. It's the big Catholic grotto deal down. I can't remember. It's huge. It's a huge deal, and the fact that it's in Alabama and Catholic is even funnier.
It is pretty funny.
But yeah, we almost decided like, hey, let's just roll into here. But that drive to Florida is long enough. Like, let's just keep moseying on. All right. So speaking of moseying on, let's get into some news for the day.
I apologize. One more thing. I thought Brian Kelly did a great job of explaining the Holy Trinity on Sunday. I thought he put it in terms that people could understand. Although there was no mention of Equanimous, Osiris, and Amun-Ra St. Brown. So.
Does Amon-Ra know what Notre Dame's mascot is yet? Does he know?
He'll get there.
What a piece of shit, by the way. What an absolute piece of shit. Your brother played there for 3 years, and you don't give me a.
No, he's being facetious because
he's trolling. He's trolling.
He's just absolutely trolling. And the fact that he had Jeremiah Love over there, the way Love just talked about how bad, like USC don't want to play us. They quit on us.
No, they quit.
And he wasn't talking about the series. He was just talking about out there on the field.
Then all he could do is just, and after that, all he could do is just like, oh, Jeremiah Love, are you on the spectrum? And it's like, shut up.
So is the Jeremiah Love wanted to go to USC, but USC didn't recruit him story, just like the Caitlin Clark wanted to go to Notre Dame, but Notre Dame didn't recruit her story? Like, is that just one of those things that I feel like we've heard before, but now people are treating like it's brand new information?
Number one, I've never heard it before.
I have heard it.
But it came out of Jeremiah Love's mouth.
Right.
So, okay. But he didn't.
Then maybe I retcon this like whole thing, because I could have sworn that this was a known thing that he had wanted to go to USC and they had talked about it some USC weekend or something like that. But maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. There's a lot of people who want to go to Notre Dame or USC that didn't get picked.
I never heard it until he talked about it.
And here's the thing about USC. Like, I understand if it was like 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, you want to go USC because there's that memory of, Landell and Rudgy, and like they have an illustrious running back. Yeah, they have an illustrious running back pedigree. But man, who's your favorite USC running back of the last 15 years? Who's your favorite one? Name me your favorite USC running back of the last 15. Are any of them at all? No, absolutely not. Like, USC had a brand, which was they had running backs.
Tailback you.
Yeah. And they and I don't see that.
Student body right, student body left.
Who's their running back? They had a walk-on last year.
Well, it's King Miller, isn't it?
Who was a walk-on, right?
Right.
So I mean, it's like cool,
and who was hyped up to no end going into Notre Dame's game last year.
Notre Dame game, because he had the 2 games beforehand where he had like 300 rushing yards combined.
And he just looked like you're right. He looked like
ran all over Michigan, and he's like every other like plotting USC running back. Like, they don't have the juice. And it's funny that Notre Dame.
I mean, does Stanley Havili have any eligibility left? I mean, he was only there for like 8 years?
Yeah, but I mean, Notre Dame's the one that's got the juice at running back, like Kyron Williams, Audric Estime, the Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, and like we'll see what Aeneas Williams is. But like, if you want to look at it, if you're a running back and you're choosing between Notre Dame and USC, it's not even up for debate, right?
Simple choice right now.
It's pretty simple.
But it's been that simple choice for a while. I mean, it's not like
that's what I mean. Like 15 years. It's been like 15 years since you could name a USC running back that you were excited about.
But I mean,
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not even sure that these guys are worth talking about anymore. Do y'all remember Joe McKnight, Alan Bradford, Stanley Havili?
I remember Joe McKnight being the one that brought down the House of Cards, right?
Javorius Allen.
Awful.
Ronald Jones. Okay, that's legit.
Rojo was okay.
Ronald Jones is good.
Rojo was
Keontae Ingram, Marshawn Lloyd, Woody Marks.
No,
Marshawn Lloyd was good, but he didn't do much against us.
He didn't do much against anyone that wasn't like the dregs of the Pac-12.
True.
I mean, they're just part of their problem too is they don't have the.
Even in recruiting, like you could go back over the last like 6, 7, 8 years, and the backs that Notre Dame is recruiting, they're not really competing with USC with these running backs.
It's not like a Reggie Bush thing, right?
It's Michigan, it's Clemson, it's Auburn, it's Florida State, but as far as like going head to head against USC for the running backs, I don't remember that being a big thing I wouldn't maybe go back as far as a decade, but it might be as far as it.
I don't think you're off point, because I mean we're getting into Clay Helton territory, right? We're getting into and that's I think part of their problem was like the big thing for Notre Dame was we kept recruiting and having these offensive lines that were, prolific. And then it's when are the running backs going to recognize what Notre Dame has? And they finally have.
The last big running back recruiting battle Notre Dame had with USC, and I could be wrong in this, but I swear to God, it was probably Mark Tyler.
Yeah.
Who was that 08 class? Was he after Clausen or with Clausen?
I think it was the one right after.
Yeah, because he played with Clausen at Oaks Lutheran out there in California. That was the last one I remember being a big head-to-head battle. I mean, I know Notre Dame tried to recruit Joe McKnight. Was never coming to Notre Dame.
No, because the whole thing with Joe McKnight is there was the bag involved, and Joe McKnight's actually the one that brought down USC. Right, it was him riding in the golf cart.
Not Reggie.
It wasn't Reggie. Reggie didn't bring down USC.
R.I.P. Joe McKnight.
Yeah.
So probably took too much stress from all that, considering that's nothing now.
It is.
So I want to talk about that for a second, because I have not yet wrote a story with Bavakwa, testifying and Saban and all that. It's because I haven't been able to really I wasn't sure what my voice was going to be in the story. Like, was I just going to attack all this shit I've been hearing? Was I just going to report it as it is, as everybody else is doing, which is kind of lame and boring? But I mean, the biggest takeaway I get that has nothing to do with Notre Dame or Bavakwa. It is this continued onslaught from Nick Saban about this whole thing. It's almost like he's trying to rewrite history to save his ass for what happened there at the end, for his departure. I think he's bitter about the way he had to leave or way he left, in the sense that, I don't know, now everybody's because now that you see what's going on with the SEC and these schools, they're poverty schools. Your used car salesman and his extra $30,000 bag is just not even a drop in the bucket for what's going on with NIL. And
you saw Samson's story. Notre Dame's probably at 40 million this year.
Probably
at 40 million. And Notre Dame can float that. That's not a problem if Notre Dame floats that. But I just feel like
Saban's trying to I don't even know, man. It's just
but here's the thing with Saban though.
I think hold on.
I agree with it.
I think the Shane Gillis moment when College Game Day was at South Bend for the Notre Dame Indiana game, when Gillis kind of lit into him about Alabama in the bag and the whole Alabama I think that
rattled him.
Oh, I think that more than rattled him. I think that has been eating the shit out of his ass for the last year and a half. Because that's a narrative that has been out there by people, and now he's not used to getting roasted by someone. This is the greatest coach in college football history, and I'm not taking anything away from Saban at all, but he's supposed to be the GOAT, and he's getting roasted by this comedian over here.
But to be fair, Shane Gillis is very good at roasting. He is very good.
No, he is. But I think that's that with Saban. So now he's out there defending himself. I think he still defended himself from that game day appearance in South Bend. I think he is. I think this has a lot to do with it.
A lot of the framing, though, I don't like is I don't think Saban is saying lies. And people, I saw one tweet out. It was this is like Al Capone talking about alcohol, the effects of alcohol. And it's no. I get what you're saying there now, but it's more like a guy who led a life of crime and understands the inner workings of crime now pivoting towards a role in,
So he's Michael Francesi.
Yeah, exactly it. Like, if anybody knows what to speak on this issue, it's a stitch because he's out of the game now, so he's free to expand on a lot of those things.
Hold on, he is not out of the game. I'm sick and tired of people thinking that Saban is fucking neutral here. He still is employed by the University of Alabama as like an ambassador or some shit.
But his take goes in contrast. So Nick Saban is out there on Capitol Hill, and he is talking about the things that we need to do to quote unquote save the sport, and with this new bill. And I like the bill. I actually like the bill. And the only people who don't like the bill are the bad guys. It's the Big Ten and the SEC. They are unequivocally the bad guys who want to ruin the sport. And it's Petiti just for the sake of money. And it's the SEC for the sake of, they want to hold status quo. And like, if I'm the SEC, I want to break from the Big Ten because a salary cap would be a boon to you because, like you said, they are cash poor in comparison to the Big Ten. Like, they cannot keep up with an arms race in the Big Ten. I don't understand why the SEC isn't getting locked.
But I mean, who's telling lies and who's telling truths? It's like Dabo Sweeney going out there and talking about Notre Dame's money machine. When you get the receipts and you see how much money Clemson has spent on football.
And I'm old enough to remember the slide in their new football complex.
Like just this last year, they were ranked in the top 5 for most spent. Like, what are you trying to say? You're just making up excuses, like trying to make up for the fact that you've been completely behind. You've been
derelict in your duties.
You've
been derelict in your duties of adapting to the current environment because you can grumble or you can just adapt. And he's chosen
this whole thing. Go ahead, Jude.
I just don't think that the law as written is going to pass muster with the courts, because I think the courts have shown interest in providing for players to move between colleges. And I think anything where you are trying to put a damper on that and also strengthen the antitrust power of the NCAA. By the way, this is just them saying, let our corrupt organization run this corrupt sport instead of letting it be a free for all with bagmen. Right? Like, it just, we can police ourselves, says the people who did a terrible job policing themselves. Yeah. I felt like Saban's comments, and Vivek was too, but Saban's comments were a little bit more like longing for the day that has passed. It's like sort of trying to put the cows back in the barn after the door's been wide open. I don't think we can go back. I don't think there is a world in which we could say, by the way, NIL was not this idea that you can regulate NIL and have greater protections. Like, the NCAA is not going to do any of this shit. And if they do, they're not going to be able to enforce it in court.
No,
like, this is
if you're going to go free market, you have to, it's either you're all in on a free market or you're not in.
No, because
if you want something to be totally fucking fucked up, like, just go to Congress and ask them to pass a bill. I mean, this is a Hail Mary, I think. But
so the funny thing is like, if I am all for 2-year contracts. I'm all for player. I'm a union guy. I want these guys to collectively bargain. I want 2-year contracts. But even the coaches don't want that, because you don't know what you're getting. You know what I mean? They want to be able to bounce.
And the other problem,
and the whole idea of a salary cap is even funnier to me, because if you get like a $25 million salary cap, which we kind of laugh at considering rosters like Notre Dame's are around 40 million right now. You get a $25 million salary cap. Guess what you get?
Bagman.
You go back to the bagman again. Exactly. And so the thing that was ugly and bad before just comes right on back. Used car salesmen are pumping in that cash down the South.
My hope was always that the invisible hand, Adam Smith's invisible hand, was going to take care of it. That the market would normalize once people. Like, look at Bryce Underwood. Look at Bryce Underwood, for example.
This is the Dodgers. People have found ways.
Well, yeah. But I mean, look at Bryce Underwood's a perfect example, right? I don't know if he's going to be Michigan's starting quarterback come the Ohio State game. It's probably going to be Tommy Carr. I would put money on.
I might have to go on a trading site and put money on Tommy Carr right now because smart people would have money on him anyways.
Yeah, and that's the thing that is where the market's supposed, like, that's what it's supposed to be. But a fool and his money are soon parted. These idiots, these fools, these nincompoops continue to throw bags at, like, Texas Tech throwing bags at proven or more proven players makes
Brendan,
more sense to me than
you're acting like the Yankees didn't learn anything from Hideki Arabu and when they made Josh Donaldson's contract. Like this literally is when you have money and you don't care to spend it. Sometimes it works out beautifully, and sometimes you pay $20 million for a guy who can't hit a fastball anymore. Sometimes you get Chris Davis, right?
Listen, all Connor Stallions shit aside, like the fact that Michigan won a national championship with fucking JJ McCarthy, but they somehow needed to get this phenom and Bryce Underwood. Like, wasn't the formula before working?
The formula was working because you had the most corrupt coaching staff in the history of college football.
No, I get it, but it's just like
three guys arrested for sexual assault, one guy arrested.
It was just they gave a person who's been living in government housing all their lives for 27 years. They gave him a black Amex card.
They did.
That's what they did, and they're just buying that bullshit. And you bought up this shiny product, and Bryce like, dude, he's not it.
He's not. He's awful.
He did not have the freshman year that you would think a guy that caliber should have.
And his spring was even worse. His spring following it was awful. He was awful. He was dog water. It was awful.
The fact that Eric Weddle, who played for Whittingham at Utah, everyone brings up the Chargers thing, but like the more important thing is he played for Whittingham at Utah. The fact that he publicly went out there then and talked about how bad this guy was says a lot. And Whittingham doesn't know him. Whittingham doesn't know him shit.
He doesn't know him anything. And if you're Whittingham, it's like you just cut bait and then hope he transfers and then you get out of the NIL, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. And you know what? Fuck them. Because fuck Michigan.
Fuck it. Yeah, fuck Michigan. Because they ran the dirtiest program in the history. It is without a doubt the dirtiest.
Is this not just Quinn Ewers though? Like, aren't we just waiting for Bryce Underwood to go on to his next destination? And
you're not wrong.
It would have been if Underwood would have went to LSU and then come back home. You know, Ewers went to Ohio State, then went back home to Texas.
But I think
that would be.
Ohio State played Ewers like a million, right?
Yeah,
Michigan they did for what, 2 snaps?
Yeah, Michigan played Underwood 13 million.
Well, and just to remember, Ewers played during the NIL exclusive time, which means that he shouldn't have been paid for play, but a bunch of people threw a bunch of money at him for doing bullshit nothing, right? Yeah. And meanwhile, Underwood gets the money whether he sits on the bench or throws 9 interceptions or throws 90 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, whether or not he throws for sub 150 yards in a football.
At least Quinn Ewers had to do something for his money.
How much money did Dave Portnoy pay himself? He was bragging about putting money in for Underwood. Did he $2 million himself?
Like, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, the amount of times that he took that failed casino thing and made money off of it, right? I mean, he banked. And he disparaged home run pizza because he burnt it like an asshole.
Yes, what
an asshole! Like you don't burn. You burn it, and you're like, oh, it doesn't taste very good. Yeah, because you burned it.
I gotta say, like, I was talking to somebody today, and they were like, "Have you ever tried this like pizza place that's up near where the Belmont's gonna be had this weekend or whatever?" And I said no, and they're like, "Well, go on the internet and search Dave Portnoy and the name of the place or whatever." He did his like challenge there. He gave it like high regards or whatever.
Too much Parmesan.
He gave a high regards. I will tell you that if I did that, that would be the first time that I ever typed in Dave Portnoy and searched for anything, because who the fuck cares what one guy thinks about pizza? Like, if you first of all,
Well,
you're
I
biting
love
at one,
Parmesan.
you're biting at one time.
15% of our brand is pushing certain frozen
Home run,
pizzas. So I mean,
Hold on a second.
they
That's
should
fine.
care about how I feel.
Right. Home run, that's great. Like, we love home run or whatever. But if you don't love home run, like, okay, great. Like, I'm not making a whole brand out of eating one bite of home run and telling you how to feel about home run. Like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
And I don't buy into, and
like,
I don't
the
think
first
you do
bite
either,
of
Brendan.
pizza is literally the least satisfying bite, because it's not even a full bite. It's just like fucking
It's
like
the
oil
third bite.
cheese.
It's the
And
third bite after you've
I'm
gotten
not down with
through
judging
to
a
the
pizza
tip.
by just a cheese pizza. I just
No.
Yeah.
No,
No, fuck that.
People say that's a purist pizza. No, it's not. No, it's
Am
not.
I off base in saying
It's
that all
the
all
boringest pizza.
Am I off base in saying that all pizza, unless you're at like a fancy pizza place, but like all general pizza must have pepperoni? Am I off base?
So we've actually had this discussion before. I don't know if I've had it with you guys, but when you are ordering pizzas for a group, it would be a cardinal sin not to order a pepperoni pizza. I believe it'd be a cardinal sin.
Who would do that?
Who would?
Well,
pepperoni was.
I remember now. I was at work. I was talking to a guy. He said, like, a baby had just been born. One of the guys in his family was like, "Hey, I'll just order a bunch of pizzas for the family or whatever." Right? He's like, "What do you think that they bought?" I go, "Well, how many pizzas did you get?" He's like, 4. I'm like, I don't know, 1 cheese, 2 pepperoni, and like a meat lovers, or maybe a veggie for like for the people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And he goes, "No." He got 2 veggie, 1 mushroom and sausage, and 1 cheese. And I was like, what the absolutely, like, what the
You were a monster.
You have 1.5 veggie pizzas left then.
Yeah.
Brett or Jude, you might know this. I think you'll know this better than Brendan. So there was a little while where the best pizza place in Hicksville is called Palace Pizza. He's been closed for a couple months. I'm not sure what's going on there, but there's been no official word. Anyways, for a while we were just ordering up sausage, green pepper, and onion pizzas.
It's a classic pizza. It's a classic pizza.
Right. And Scotty's a big Notre Dame fan, and he was saying, is it Bruno's or Barnaby? I think it's Bruno's. He said that's their most famous pizza there. Do you know which pizza place it is, and some of them where that's the one?
No, I have no idea. That's interesting.
I will say that I enjoy that pizza a lot. Just a sausage, green pepper, and onion.
That's a classic pizza.
It's absolutely fantastically good pizza.
It's a great pizza.
But like after a few months of ordering those, then it's pepperoni, sausage, green pepper.
It's pepperoni. The pepperoni's gotta be there. Like,
the
I like the pepperoni
adds the extra oil
and
to
there's
it.
Some spice, there's some spice to it, and it's got like, and I just and you get it under the sauce. You get the pepperoni under the cheese.
Like, what
so
the fuck's
whatever
the point
toppings you get
order a cheese pizza? You get breadsticks and marinara sauce.
Can we talk about how great cup pepperoni is? Cup pepperoni is my favorite.
Yeah,
Buffalo pepperoni.
Dude, I like
little grease spots.
You pick them off, and you just eat them.
And you get the little grease. I mean, I never understood a woman's compulsion to try to dampen like the pepperoni pizza and take the grease off of it. That's a fucking selling point for me. I want it running down my chin.
In fact, when I make homemade pizza, I damn near have the oven on, blowing up on fire, because I'll have the pepperonis will cup up so bad, and my stove isn't exactly level. There's just a little bit of lean to it, so that shit just starts going down and
down.
Next thing you know, it's right on the bottom. Oh, we got a fire going on inside the oven.
And Chrissy's like, you gotta put a piece of foil. She's like, you gotta put a piece of foil down, and I'm like, you put a piece of foil down, and it breaks the whole process because that's the heat coming up. That's the heat coming up, and then you get soggy crust.
That's why they make oven cleaner, Christy. That's why they do it.
That's some nasty shit. That oven cleaner is.
I got one of those uni pizza cookers where you put the chips in and then you cook it.
Oh wow,
700 degrees, and that's the way to go because you only cook the pizza for like 2 minutes because it's at like 700 degrees, and that's the way to go.
I'm still waiting for Back to the Future 2, they put a tiny Pizza Hut pizza, and they're like, hydrate level 4, and then like 20 seconds later, it comes out. Yeah,
that had to taste terrible. It looked terrible.
Oh god, no. It looked terrible. It did look terrible.
You know what I mean? It looked. It didn't even look
like a Pizza Hut pizza. It looked like a
but
little
I mean,
Caesar
like
shit.
1980s pizza was probably not the best pizza.
No, that's fair.
That's
fair.
Well, you had to get it at the right place. Like the chain
Pizza Hut was the bomb.
Pizza Hut was.
Yeah.
I appreciate the guy who's out there buying up the
Pizza buffet was legit.
That
salad buffet was legit.
But I don't think they did the the salad buffet. They didn't do the all you can eat pizza buffet for lunch. Pizza Hut until the 90s.
Arcade machine.
Yeah, we ate a lot of that. We ate a lot of that in the 2000s.
I saw that.
2000s.
I saw that a guy bought a shitload of Pizza Hut franchises.
Yeah, because he's
going to revert all of them back to the old school. Yeah,
all back to the old school.
It's funny because I always laugh when you drive by a dentist's office and it's in the familiar Pizza Hut shape. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like
I know where you got that built.
I know what you were.
Which is why every corporation now builds the most generic, awful, stupid brown and gray building.
Yeah, like McDonald's.
I read a huge article on it. And it's just like we've taken the culture out of America and just completely have made it bland.
You remember the McDonald's where they had like the arches that like came down and they all.
What about the Arby's roast beef?
The Arby's, the
big hat.
the big
hat
right there.
Yeah, well,
there's one in Jackson that's got a hat. I didn't know it was a hat either.
I didn't know it was a hat until I was well into my 20s.
Yeah, this
like,
is
that's a hat.
No,
like who knew? Shit. All right, some other stuff I want to talk about. Let's talk about some schedule stuff because there's been some funny things said because I think
it's about to drop right in the next
Texas Tech.
Days. Yeah,
we're gonna schedule Texas Tech.
Well, I don't know. So they're talking 27, 28, but
Notre Dame's schedule. We don't. Yeah, we have booked.
We're booked. Now they could drop. Wow. Now we have the.
I will tell you,
ACC game.
we have thought we were booked last time, and it turned out that they've already dropped somebody, right?
So here's where it gets a little dicey. When like 27 looks pretty okay. Unless I don't think Michigan State or Purdue is going to drop us, and I don't think Auburn will either.
But the ACC partnership, we could go to them and be like, "Hey, we need to get this done. We need to drop Duke this year, and then we'll pick up an extra." Like this was.
Why are we locking in with Stanford as a non-conference game? I fucking hate this.
I think he's going to try to make the deal to say that's their fifth ACC game, and they're going to drop. If it is going to be Texas Tech, I think that a game like Duke will get dropped, and they'll say that the sixth game or the fifth game or whatever is the Stanford game.
Because you're going to have to. Because if you look at the 28 schedule, because the whole scuttlebutt is that Texas is going to drop Notre Dame, right? That's in Texas Tech is on record of saying like, if you're going to drop Notre Dame, we'll take it. We're not afraid, and because Texas comes on the schedule. In 28, it's a home game in Notre Dame Stadium at 28, and then we do the reach around. We do the rusty trombone in 29, and we go to, DKR in 29. So if Texas is dropping us in 28 and 29, then Texas Tech coming in 27 and 28 that fills one of the spots, but then 29, Texas is off there. But you're out of you already got Alabama on the books for 29. So I don't think you need Alabama and Texas.
But it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee we're talking about us. Like they may be talking to us.
Who's the blue blood? Is it USC?
The
here's a hot take.
One actually makes sense because where's Lincoln Riley from? Texas Tech.
Yeah.
He grew up right outside. Like I put that if you read 1 Foot Down today, you will read that within the article, like they've
made their opinions known.
It points more to Texas Tech and USC more than Texas Tech and Notre Dame. And I think Texas Tech and Notre Dame have talked because why not? There's been all these voices about them anyways going on lately. Yeah. So why not talk and let's see where this goes. But I think what's actually going to go on, I think it's going to be SC and Texas Tech, and ours stays the same.
Texas USC is scared to play Notre Dame. Why would they play Texas Tech?
Because who's scared to play Texas Tech?
This is fun to talk about, but
honestly,
I tell you what, if they don't get congressional intervention, any schedule after 3 years is probably not even like anywhere accurate, right?
You're probably correct. Yeah.
well, not if you. I mean, who's writing up these contracts?
We're going Super League. Yeah, there's probably
not a contract signed by a big like Notre Dame. Probably isn't signing a scheduled contract that doesn't have multiple different ways to get out of it. You know,
absolutely.
I mean?
It's pay money
without right, but not without it costing an arm and a leg. Like instead of like
that's honestly, it's a rounding error with the way that they're paying players these days. $1 million to drop a game.
it's
6 months before.
They're still a little scroogey.
Then you can just add 2 home games against like Little Sisters of the Poor, and then you're not going to make as much on the ticket gate, but like you'll still make more than you will on a road game. I guess.
So
justification.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about something. I feel like we bring this up like every like 9th or 10th pod, but since we took a huge like, so I posted about on the site about something, and instantly, but I wanted like I'm like, hey, if we're having, let's look at the Big 12 to schedule more games there. I'm not talking about having 2 a year like that, but like there's some interesting games there. I don't give a shit if they're good or not. It'd just be fun to have a home and home with like Kansas State. Like, fuck it. Why not? It's a different team. It's a different team. I got no problem. Like Colorado. But every time you bring up a Big 12 team, people are bringing up, we could go play them at Arrowhead or Mile High.
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like the whole point.
At the stadium. No, that's infuriating.
By the way, if you don't live in Manhattan, Kansas, or Kansas City, why the fuck are you advocating for Arrowhead? Right? Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like you want to watch them play in a bigger stadium you wouldn't even go to anyways? Like let them play in the fucking home campus.
That's what I'm saying. Like it makes no sense.
Are you scared you're not going to get a ticket to a game you would have never attended anyway?
I was going to write an article and I just ran out of time, and I was going to title it something about this. Jack Swarbrick has completely screwed us, or something of that nature, because the way Notre Dame has been scheduling some of these games, it's actually started with Kevin White and moved into Swarbrick with a Shamrock series, and the fact that this whole
technically Kevin White started the Shamrock
but
series,
like the fact that we're looking at these big games like, this would be a great for playing AT&T Stadium, and like fucking no. Washington. Go play TCU at TCU.
By the way, that's why we play in the playoffs. If you want to go watch a game in fucking AT&T Stadium, you will have that opportunity in 2 to 4 years.
But Notre Dame fans are now conditioned. I swear to Christ, we are conditioned that if we're not going to an 80,000 seat stadium, that we should go to a neutral site game. It's got more seats. Who gives a shit? Like I want to go play Army at Army.
I want to play Navy at Navy. I want to go to.
I want to play Navy at Navy. Yeah, I will stop.
It'll never happen
Navy on the schedule if we actually went to Annapolis.
Never happen.
The fact that we have 2 neutral site games on the schedule this year is just an atrocity. It's bad enough. The fact that we have to, and I'm a Packers fan, huge Packers fan. Lambeau Field is a great.
That ticket's hot. That ticket's hot, by the way. Incredibly hot.
I want to boycott it just for the simple fact because fuck you, it should be at Camp Randall.
It should be.
Madison is consistently
but
ranked.
I'm not about ready to take.
Madison
I'm not
is
about ready.
Ranked as one of the top 10 college towns in America.
Jump around.
And you're like, let's take this home and home series. And when they scheduled Wisconsin was actually still Wisconsin. They weren't this shell of themselves. Oh yeah, instead of going, Camp Randall and South Bend, let's go to Soldier Field and Lambeau. Like I fucking.
Well, we already played in Soldier, so I'm not ready to give up a home game, or at least because it'll be a home game. Notre Dame is going to probably hold a 60-40.
They could tell me tomorrow that shit fell through. We got to go play at Camp Randall, and I would celebrate nakedly. Like, awesome. Let's do that. To me, that sounds more fun.
We can't have some Curly Lambeau love and
again, I'll say this: the bigger problem is I'm one of the few voices out there as a media outlet screaming this. You know why? Because everybody else just wants to eat good. You go to NFL stadiums, the halftime food's way better than it is at a college stadium. They just want to eat good. They're all like, oh, hey, let me come here. This is great. No, fuck off.
Well, it is easier to get a flight to Kansas City than it is to get a flight to Manhattan. I'll grant them that, right? And so if that's a consideration, I know you don't care, but like for the traveling press, yeah.
Is there a harder venue to get to? Is there a harder venue to get to in America than to Happy Valley? No.
None.
No. There is not a single college campus that is harder to get to.
Ask James Franklin that question.
I mean, Hawaii's pretty fucking difficult to get to.
I'll give you that, Jude. All right,
but I mean, James Franklin still talks about that.
Oh, it's incredible. It's because there's no direct flights. I mean, you got to drive 2 hours, no matter how you want to slice it. It's like,
and yet, that's fine, right? Like that's fine.
You got a nice creamery.
No, it's just, they got good ice cream, right? Because every time there's a game there, they got to talk about their goddamn.
You got to talk about their ice cream.
Ice cream, not the fact that the Jeffrey Epstein Jr. was roaming there for a while.
Jeffrey Epstein Jr.
Senior.
You think he's the senior?
Who, Sandusky? Yeah,
Sandusky is the senior.
He set the blueprint.
Epstein's the protege.
Yeah, he showered so Epstein could run.
Oh God! Don't.
All right,
that's not words we should
pivot.
So like, I started looking at the Big 12, and like, I know it's not the greatest conference in the world, but when you start looking at it top to bottom, every year Notre Dame would have a game with them, just sign up these home and homes. But look at this. Look at those. We said Kansas State, Colorado. Hey, West Virginia still is a Big 12 member. I would love to fucking go to Morgantown.
Dude,
goddamn, that would be great. And don't tell me that we can play this game in Meadowlands.
We did that in the Matt LeVecchio era, 2000. We were there.
I know it, but I mean, like, that's a program with great fans and be a great atmosphere. Like, let's do that. Like, that sounds like way more fun.
Did you see the video of the West Virginia fans and the World
commitment?
Baseball? No,
Country
Roads.
Yes.
Dude, the whole crowd, the players, everybody singing Country Roads. Like, sign me up.
Look, I have an unhealthy respect for West Virginia and their shenanigans. Like, it's just awesome. And they had a I think an offensive lineman commit just a few days ago, and his commitment video, he committed by walking over.
Was he chopping wood in the forest?
No, there was a couch absolutely on fire, just a couch in an inferno, and he committed to West Virginia in front of that. Like,
so good.
Yeah,
so good.
That's it right there. That's what I'm talking about right there. Like,
nobody will ever be Parker Boudreaux though. Pulling the bus. So good.
Who was it? Was it the Iowa guy that was chopping trees in the forest? Wasn't it an Iowa offensive lineman who was cutting trees? Like, he had an axe and he was cutting a tree down.
Let's see, that's an Iowa offensive lineman. I love it.
Iowa. Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
I love it. That's what.
Actually, I wouldn't mind playing Iowa. Why don't we play Iowa?
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying
we used to do that in the 40s.
Yeah, in the 40s. Yeah,
we played a lot of Iowa.
No,
Notre Dame play us, right?
No, who it was the on three boy. Yeah. Who was the on three boy that said Notre Dame was just Iowa and blue and gold? Who was that?
Oh no, it wasn't on three. It was Fernelli.
It was Fernelli?
Yeah. It was Fernelli.
Yeah.
He tries to get cute sometimes. Looks ugly doing it.
That didn't pay off, right?
No, because that was 2020.
That was the year Notre.
Yeah.
No, didn't pay off. Notre Dame certainly went to the title.
Did not hit.
No, that aged like milk. It aged like.
So did you guys see the DraftKings drop their biggest games? The lines from the biggest games, they had 4 of them for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is more than a 7-point touchdown or more than a touchdown favorite.
Yeah, so Miami was 7.5.
Yeah. The SMU one kind of surprised me. Wasn't it 17?
17.5. Yeah, that was a big one.
That's a big line. I think SMU is going to be pretty good this year. A lot of people disparage Notre Dame's schedule. For the most part, they're okay.
By the time they play SMU could be ranked in the top 15 pretty easily.
I don't think it could be. I mean, the expectation
probably
is they probably will be. They go Florida State, UC Davis, Missouri State, Boston College, Virginia, Cal, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, and then Notre Dame. I mean, find 2 losses. They'll probably have 1 loss, right? Because they're not going to be undefeated going into that game. But they'll probably chop if they are.
That's not brutal. So they could be,
and then they finish with Stanford. So this is potentially a 9-3, 10-2 team, and that's okay. You play 9-3, 10-2 teams all the time, and those
you live for 9-3, 10-2 teams.
You live 9-3, 10-2 is what the fucking SEC has been like.
There's a lot of 4-8 teams on the schedule.
There's a ton. Yeah, I there's a lot to, obviously, you look at Rice and you go, oh boy, why are we doing this? But the rest of the sketch in Navy, right? But like,
I believe I would.
But those are your two G6 schools, Rice and Navy. It's not terrible. I mean, that's the problem with Navy. It's a G6 school that gets as little respect as Kent State.
And Rodney Dangerfield,
you get the same amount of credit for beating.
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield gets more respect from his wife.
Right. So all due respect from us about Navy, but no one gives a shit about if you beat Navy.
But the SEC is not going to play Southern. They're not going to do the Cupcake November anymore.
Well,
supposedly not.
Starting, it's a phase out program. By next year, I think there's none of those games.
What is Citadel going to do without that $1 million payday?
Probably.
What is Furman going to do?
What's Furman going to do?
So hold on. Real question.
The Paladins.
What does the Citadel do?
I don't know. I don't know what
is that. Are they funded through the Department of Defense at all?
Is VMU?
Is VMI?
Or
VMI?
Virginia, the Virginia.
Do they get extra government money from the Department of Defense?
I don't know
because of what they are.
I don't know.
Because if that's not the case, if they aren't tied, what's stopping us from starting our own academy? Military academy.
Mean, Notre Dame sort of is.
No. I'm talking about us.
Oh, you and me?
Yeah, us 3. We start our own academy.
Well, I have recently put $500 into Autopilot to have ChatGPT make trades for me, and I'm up 13% already. So in 3 weeks. So
maybe we need to
check in about 4 months, and I'll have some Citadel money.
Maybe we need to, Josh. Maybe we should.
What do we call it though? We need to make this
Great Lakes Navy.
Remember Great Lakes Navy. Iowa Free Flight. Iowa Free Flight. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do it.
I got it. This needs to be a Catholic Crusader type military academy.
Hospitallers. Right?
Sons of Jerusalem.
Hey, the mask, right?
That sounds like dudes who play football with like giant beards or something.
We are beset with leprosy, but we are the last king.
So we need to put a business plan together for our academy for the Sons of Jerusalem. Put together some football uniforms, some hockey uniforms.
Oh, we're going full mask.
We got. What's our school colors?
Silver and gold.
What? White and blue.
Ooh, white and blue's good too. Red and white's good, but there's too much red and white. I'm thinking silver and gold.
There's not a purple going around.
There is not. What's the Crusaders, right? Holy Cross.
What's a third?
Of course, Clemson.
What's a third?
Kansas State, Northwestern.
Silver, gold.
Silver, gold. What's the color of frankincense?
Green, isn't it?
There you go.
If you say frankincense, I'm thinking green. Yeah, so okay, silver, gold, and green.
I'm loving it.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Digging it.
Clarkson University.
Yeah.
Clarkson University, yeah.
Sons of Jerusalem. We
Siena locally here.
Siena. Yeah. Sons of Jerusalem.
We need to get this going. Baseball team's going to be fire. Yeah, I think we can do it. So there's on top of this all, there has been not just the betting stuff, but just prognostications about Notre Dame season, and there's obviously the one game hang up, and people are flipping a coin basically about Notre Dame Miami. And I got to ask you guys, when's the last time Miami beat Notre Dame in South Bend?
Last year. Oh, I don't know, 1986. Did they play in 86?
We could even say, when's the last time Miami beat Notre Dame outside of Miami? Because there is a El Paso.
They beat him in 89. They beat him in 89, right?
That was in Miami though.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so they beat him in 89, and then they beat us in Miami last year.
We can just check Winsipedia for the real answer, but
Winsipedia,
yeah, it's been a long time.
Is it Schnellenberger?
Has to be. Well, yeah.
We beat them in 2016 when our thing was a mess, but that was a home.
Yeah, that's even funnier. The fact that we beat Miami in 2016 when we were just god awful.
All right, I got the answer here. I'm on Winsipedia. The last time they won,
1978. No, not 78.
Yeah, because we won in 90, right? Famously.
Yeah.
And then the series died.
1984 was in South Bend. 84. Yeah, 84.
That's Schnellenberger.
That's Steve Walsh, right? Year after Kozar?
1984 Miami Hurricane.
Was that Kozar then?
No, Kozar was.
Nope, that's the first season of Jimmy Johnson was 84. It wasn't Schnellenberger.
Who was the quarterback?
Bernie Kosar.
Okay.
There you go.
Now let me remember. Kosar talks like he has.
That's the year I was born.
Kosar Testaverde Walsh, right? Kosar Testaverde Walsh.
I was not even alive for the last time Miami won a football game in South Bend or in.
My wife was
10/6/1984. I was 2 months from being born.
I believe dinosaurs were walking the earth back then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I was 5, so I know a little bit about that.
I do love the fact that the pyramids were built while there were still woolly mammoths on this planet. Do you know that? That's fun.
That's right.
Oh, you guys want to talk about some pyramids?
Yeah, I'd love to talk about some pyramids.
Aliens.
You want to go into Mesopotamia and talk about? Yeah, let's get into.
You want to get you want to go into Central America?
Ziggurats? We want to get some ziggurats. Yeah.
Pyramids.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let me know if you guys are going to talk about this because I'll grab a snack.
You want to talk about the pyramid in Colorado?
Listen, I'm
the underground pyramid.
I'm all about some pyramids and some guide stones. Let's sign me up. Yeah.
Brendan, do you watch cult documentaries?
No, well, kind of.
I do.
I watched the one.
Did you watch Mother God?
I didn't.
Speaking of Colorado,
no.
Mother God's on HBO. You gotta fucking watch this, Mother God, right? Basically,
wait a minute.
It's a sex cult, right? They're all sex.
No.
This one wasn't. This one wasn't.
No, she does a fuck. They do a fuck ton of drugs. They start drinking colloidal silver. She starts turning blue. The
silver.
It's so fucked. And the whole thing starts, and I'm not giving it away because it's literally the first 2 minutes. The whole thing starts with an investigation by the police where they've gotten a tip that basically her mummified body is hanging out in the place where they're all like congregating or whatever. And so like the first 3 minutes you see her fucking dead ass body from a month after she died. So good. Mother God. Check it out. HBO.
It's one thing to follow a cult. It's another thing to stick around after the cult leader dies.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite part. I don't really think this is giving it away. Like she was very ill and she started basically saying, "Bring me to the hospital." And they're like, "Oh, that's the illness talking. She doesn't really want to go to the hospital." She had built up this cult so well that people like that where she had rejected they called it 3D, right? Of this world of trappings or whatever, that all of her people were like, "Oh no, she doesn't want her mother. She doesn't want the hospital." And they fucking let her die. It's crazy.
Yeah, very Steve Jobs sounds like, huh? Steve Jobs is like, "Oh yeah, I can just do this holistically," and he's like, "Oh shit, it didn't work." And it's like, "Yeah, you're dead now, motherfucker."
Yeah, the guy with
or Ted Williams with the head, right?
Yeah, Ted Williams. That there's just like, all right, well, we'll put you on ice, bud.
How many years has it been since Magic Johnson contracted HIV virus?
1992, right?
92. No, earlier than that, right?
I thought it was 92.
I remember when he came back.
Poor Eazy-E. Poor
Yeah.
Eazy-E.
Yeah.
If he just would have had a little bit of what Magic had.
That's right. The good genes.
91.
I mean, I was close. I was close
He
from doing that.
retired in 91, and then he played in the 92 All-Star game.
Well, what year did Eazy-E die?
Right around that time.
No, it would have been 94.
95. That is correct.
Okay. Yeah. So he already saw Magic got it. Like, you're living in LA.
Yeah, but he got it before Magic found the cure, which is money.
Right, but like,
which is money.
That's a South Park joke. It's like, they were like, how'd you cure it? Just money. And they like put it in the blender and they inject it into him. It's like money. That's the cure.
They're not wrong.
No, they're not. But
which is why Steve Jobs should have never died of cancer.
He should not have. It was entirely preventable, and
he's got to put a couple 50s in a syringe. It'll be all right.
He was just not. He was like, yeah, I can do this. I can do this on my own, holistic. And it's like, no, Steve, you can't. You can't do that. No. Oops.
Oops.
Oops. Have you guys been? You guys been kind of paying attention a little bit to the fact that it's been pretty quiet surrounding Marcus Freeman lately, right?
Oh, like, yeah.
See, is this vacation time? Because like it was hot. There was a hot minute there where he was doing everything and on everything for like a month, and then did the Red Shadow step in and just be like?
Well, he did the GQ, right? He did the GQ.
Put the lid on it. The lid is closed for the night.
But no, that's all coming to an end because they're about to do their New York trip. When does the New York trip?
The car wash.
Yeah, where they.
Well, I guess that is.
It'll be Leonard Moore.
So apparently Marcus Freeman was in Florida today at the FIU mega camp.
Oh, good for him. That's where you. Want to be. That's where you want to be. But right when does the media blitz start for Notre Dame? Because they always show up to ESPN for a week and he does all the spots.
I think you're right. I think that is this month.
Yeah,
because it usually jump on the conference media days.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming up where they bring. Who are they bringing this year? It's going to be Leonard Moore. It'll be CJ
Carr.
Who else?
Don Schuler.
Yeah, I'd bring a Don
probably.
Schuler. And then who's the fourth?
Drake Bowen.
You want another offensive player though?
Maybe not. I mean, like we're talking about captains here. I mean, Drake Bowen's a captain.
Drake Bowen's
tomorrow's Irish Invasion, so Freeman will be around for that, right?
Yeah, Freeman will be around for that. Yeah, and this is the one where they're like, oh,
so 20, no vacation yet.
20x of the 20x amount of players showed up to 2 years ago. Irish Invasion. It bears fruit, and it does. Right?
It does.
Like it does.
It's funny how our whole thinking about recruiting and how it used to be. The Irish Invasion used to feel like a bigger,
huge freaking deal.
Yeah,
but and you know what's funny about it?
Way, but it's just like I don't know.
What's funny about it is it felt like a big deal, and then it actually wasn't. And now it doesn't feel like a big deal. But it actually is because like Marcus is like, hey, you're a 5-star, you can come here, and they're like, yeah, I can. You have the money and you have the development. Yeah, I think I will come to your university. And then like 15 years ago, it's like Irish Invasion, and it's like they're bringing in all these guys, and it's like, oh, cool. So then other schools can see me at Notre Dame's Irish Invasion, and right?
Yeah, we're working on. What, 2 or 3 more commitments this month?
Yeah, at least.
Singer put out a prediction. Mike Singer put out a prediction post. I don't know, last week. Where, look, and these are like this. It has to be a pretty optimistic prediction, but I think he has Notre Dame landed 6 5-stars.
Yeah,
in this class,
generational, and it makes sense to me because Marcus, like everybody's pivoting towards transfer portal, and Marcus is
we're pivoting towards reclassify players.
Well, reclassify, but also development, and like they can afford to keep
Right.
the guys that they're developing on campus, which a lot of schools can't. And
So I want to make
I
it
think
clear,
Notre Dame is the space. Like this is kind of a place for Notre Dame to flourish when a lot of schools can't keep some of those
or aren't
guys
doing it,
there, or aren't.
So like not only, and I've talked about this before, but not only is Notre Dame like just been killing it on the recruiting trail and landing a lot of these top guys, but it's actually even better than what you see on paper because of these. It's only been, I think, just the two, and Teddy Gerard, and now wonderful Mons. But like those guys, like Teddy Gerard, I think was the number 2 ranked quarterback in the class that he got out of. And jumped up. Mons is about the same way. Like he was number 1 at the time. You know, those rankings don't
translate. Because it's like, how do you flip them in? Right.
But he's still gonna be. He's still that talent that was a 5-star talent in that class. He's just there a year earlier, basically redshirting learning. So like you're actually got a couple of 5 stars under the table, right? Yeah. They're staying away from the IRS on this one. So like how as good as Notre Dame's been doing recruiting wise, they're actually doing a little bit better.
Which is ridiculous because they are doing.
Stupid. You're right.
Like they've never been like even with Charlie, Charlie had like the 2-year run, but like Marcus is going on 3 years now of it like this, and 4 if you want to include.
Last year this is what was promised to us, right?
Which Jude has always been like. I was told we were going to get.
Where's Sonny Styles?
But no one is more happy to be.
My answer has always been
in that than Jude,
that was the case before when Marcus took over. That's right when NIL first started. And if we know anything about Notre Dame, what are they? They're late to the party on everything. Doesn't mean they don't show up dressed to the fucking nines when they get there, but they are late to the party. So it took them a minute to catch up to what everyone else was doing. Now that they have, he's everything that was promised as far as recruiting goes.
I believe
there's nothing another school can sell a recruit on better than what Notre Dame sells what they're selling.
Pod verbiage would denote that he is the prince that was promised.
He was the prince that was promised. Cue the music. Like if we had music. So
wait a second. I think we do have music here somewhere, don't we? Keep going.
Download it.
I'll find the,
yeah, we have.
I'll find the music.
We haven't got all editorial yet. Oh wait, we got sound bites.
Media assets, right? We were making little jokes about this or whatever. Applause, intense. Here we go. I wonder if they can hear that.
Look at us. We're fucking pros.
Sure, the future is now.
That's why we're the best. Yeah, so recruiting's been on fire. So June's going to be a good month. At least that's what I told my boss. And she's like, so what's going on this month? I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to write about, but I think recruiting's going to be big. So
Irish invasion, buddy.
So what is up for that? Well, I don't like getting into the weeds. You know me. I don't like getting into the weeds.
No specifics.
Like I don't need rumors. I don't need the visit couldn't have gone any better than what it had.
The visit couldn't have gone any better.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
That's not my bag, baby. That's not my bag. All right.
Let other services say that.
So I will generalize and we will celebrate. But the visit couldn't have gone any better is not in my verbiage or in my.
But when dudes commit to Oregon instead of ever taking a visit to Notre Dame, like, would you write about? Is that the high level enough for you?
Do they get to pose with apple juice though?
Oh, I had a problem with that.
The apple juice.
Yeah,
I know because you love that apple juice.
I mean, I like.
By the way, you are doing the Lord's work in trying to remind people that the pants don't need to fucking marry the helmets, right?
Oh my
They're
God!
not supposed to.
Why are people on this shit?
They're not supposed to fucking match. I even said they want to talk about tradition. I give you fucking who was it? I give you Ken McAfee in his glory.
Yeah,
gold helmet and those pants that he was wearing are about identical to what Notre Dame has on right now.
Does the dome match the paint job? Does it?
Thank you, ChatGPT, for making that picture for me today.
Yeah, no, because I saw it. And my only complaint with that picture, Josh, is that it wasn't Vegas gold enough for these pieces of shit that want that awful Vegas gold. That by the end, it didn't even look like you look like Pitt. You look like Pitt.
There is one guy that follows that he's been adamant, and I know he's been in this conversation before. He's like, they won't make it anymore, anyways. Like that shiny fabric is not available to anyone.
No, unless you're a hooker.
Fabric.
Unless you're a
exactly.
hooker.
But the look, and I was so glad that you posted that, Brendan. Like the look we have now is so good. It is so iconic. It is.
We've never been better.
On point.
We've never been better.
Never been better. It looks so fucking good.
By the way,
and the gold, you can't. I absolutely love
the gold ND.
ND. It's so good. It was just that was the Marcus Freeman, like, because we were wondering like what's going to be his touch.
What's the extra?
And that
and the gold C, which remember wasn't the gold C an accident?
I think it was an accident.
Remember, it was gold on white or gold on blue for the away games, and that got ripped off somehow. It just that also was just a gold C on one guy, and they started getting commented on online like that looks
good.
It's better.
It is good.
And then that's all you see after that. So
yeah. Notre Dame's jerseys have never looked better, ever.
No, the pants.
So
for anyone that doesn't know, the helmet represents the gold dome. You know, the shiny big thing with Mother Mary on top on campus. Anyone know about it?
No.
There it is. There that is. That's what the helmet represents. That's why people say domers. Jude's least favorite word in the English dictionary. Domers. The brick could be the bottoms. But the brick don't match the fucking gold. So your pants are not the dome. Like, no. I'm not going to stand up and show you my crotch. But the pants don't match the dome. They're not supposed to.
You will hear, if you spend any time with Tim O'Connor, Director of Creative Design at Notre Dame, he will remind you, and I'm going to bastardize this, and I wish he was on to kind of correct me on this, but gold is not a color. Gold should be always rendered as shiny, right? Because gold is a metal. Right.
Yeah,
and so the idea that your pants are gold, that doesn't really, gold doesn't really exist in this sort of Pantone. We have a thing called metallic gold, right? But it's not the way that it comes out on pants will never be the glistening of the helmets. You'll never make them match. And so they don't try to make them match. What they try to do is is to embody the spirit of Notre Dame's blue and gold identity. By not saying, hey, we're going to make the fucking helmets match the pants, which, by the way, would make the helmets very fucking drab, right? Because you can't make shiny pants, but you sure as shit can make a shiny helmet. You know why? Because they're made out of different fabrics.
And that's the thing. People just cannot get over this whole OCD thing of that they have to match like everybody. There's a guy online today like, look at Florida State. Look at that. Like, I don't give a shit.
Their jersey looks like shit anyway.
By the way, what other schools do is none of our concern, right?
Nothing. No other school is doing this.
What color was Aris pants?
The pants that we have now.
What color was Frank's pants?
Probably a little more canvassy.
Yeah, they're a little bit more.
It was even more drab. Right?
It was more drab, yes.
But when you looked at colorized pictures of the Leahy era, there is a nice yellowness, mustard, if you will.
It is mustard.
To their pants. Hey, what was the color of their tops during Leahy's era?
Green.
Green. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But that's not tradition.
They also put stars on the helmet.
Because tradition only started in 1986.
And the nuclear shamrock.
Whatever Lou Holtz watched the Orange Bowl and decided to play like a champion today was now his and made up the story about finding it in a book. That's when tradition started at Notre Dame.
Listen, there was a stretch for a while where I kept running across like TikToks of like Oklahoma people. And then once I commented on one, I knew the algorithm was going to keep sending me, just complaining and bitching about Notre Dame stealing their play like a champion
stole from the Minnesota coach.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Every time I would comment,
Wilkinson stole that from his Minnesota mentor. It doesn't matter.
I just say you're absolutely right. We fucking stole it.
Right.
Like, I don't,
Hey,
who cares?
hey, guess
Like,
what?
yep, we
The
stole it.
Italians stole pasta from the Chinese, but guess who's the best at making fucking pasta? The goddamn Italians.
Fuck
You know,
yeah,
Marco Polo
Italians.
goes over there. Marco Polo goes over to China and he brings back noodles. And then the Italians are like, you know what? We're going to be
This is
the
awesome.
greatest ever. And it's like,
Hey, by the way,
you know who invented tomatoes? Because it wasn't the Italians. There were no tomatoes in Italy.
Nope.
They were in North America. And they came to Italy. And Italy was like, you know what? We're going to make this the best food ever. And then they combined them all. That's how things work. That's how.
hey, by the way, everybody probably enjoys the song Empire State of Mind. What does Jay-Z rap? I made the Yankee hat more famous than a Yankee can, right?
Yeah. That's exactly
we took Play Like a Champion today and we brought it into the fucking stratosphere. So you can sit here and whine and complain about the fact that we stole it from you or whatever.
Yeah.
But honestly, you sound like a little whiny fucking baby.
You sound like a baby.
Like,
who invented the car? Who invented the
grateful.
car? What? It was like the Germans, right? No, you fucking sucked at it. So Henry Ford had to make it into a thing. Like, congratulations. No, that's not how
Brendan,
the world works.
Brendan, I don't know who made the car, but I know the Stonecutters held back the electric car for as long as they possibly could, while making Steve Gutenberg a star.
Yes, they did do that.
Jesus.
God bless Steve Gutenberg.
Oh, the number's not 911. Here's the real number, 912.
Yeah, Jude, to kind of cap this off, I couldn't believe that we were sitting here the first week of June, like a couple days in, and we were already on Pants Talk. Like that.
Pants Talk never ends for me.
But it heats up. There's like,
but you know what? This is typical off-season stuff, right?
Right, but it seems early to me. Like there's something with the universe that ain't lining up right. Like this seems more like a later June.
It's like an after-school activity. Let
like,
school get out.
I keep seeing these videos about the timeline jumped. Like our whole time. I don't even know. There's some crazy shit going on out there right now. It maybe has something to do with Lake Baikal. I don't know. But like the timeline jumped or whatever. Like this seems early for Pants Talk. So I don't know. But I mean, it's like shut it down. Like there's no need for Pants Talk.
It's times like this. I miss Loose Emoji a lot, but it's times like this that he would have found this just so fucking humorous and like people stop with this. I mean, the pants need to match the helmet. It's never going to happen.
No, and it should not, and it shouldn't because they're not.
And by the way, we don't need to look like the fucking Lou Holtz era. It's not that big of a deal.
It's not. It's not.
Unless we're bringing back the cutoff shirts so that we can see the dude's abs and the neck rolls. Then I'm actually kind of in favor.
Yeah,
the tearaway jerseys.
Just
listen,
you know what?
Kyron tried.
Just bring back
Kyron tried.
Right? Just bring back fullbacks.
Kyron tried to make. He tried. Kyron tried.
Yeah, just bring back fullbacks and I'll be good. Because then at least I know one of my sons has a legit chance to at least walk on. Because I think I got a fullback in the wing.
Yeah, if you got that. Well, the neck roll would certainly help as well.
Oh, just if you see a kid. I mean, I don't know if people from this generation understand. Like when you played high school football, the guys on the sideline, like you knew who could fucking hit just by what they look like, how they were wearing their uniform. If a guy had a neck roll, you knew that guy could fucking lay the wood. You know, if a lineman had tape on every single finger, you knew he was dirty, dude. He was fucking gonna work you over, you know, all night long. Like there's just certain looks.
If your jersey was hanging down and it was just blousing in a weird way, that means you didn't have enough weight back there to fill that shit out. And so you knew that kid would be lit up on special teams if you ever ran on the field.
But you know what though? But the blousing was it's kind of like the what do we say about McCaffrey? Ed McCaffrey. Like
the father McCaffrey,
what's the phrase we always use about white guys being faster than they're supposed to be?
Sneaky fast.
Sneaky fast. Yeah. So like the blousy guys sometimes can be sneaky good because they're just fucking fast. And you're like, oh shit. You know, he's scrawny, but dude can run.
Did Brian Bosworth ever not wear a neck roll?
No.
In his entire NFL career? In college career?
College and pros.
Let me look at Brian Bosworth.
And like, you know, it evolved into
No, Brian Bosworth
His
played
neck rolls.
his entire career with a neck roll.
Brian Cox with the big.
So good.
I mean, there's just certain looks like when you back before people like I'm so over like some of these dumbass rules. Like when you could wear a mirrored visor, like there was nothing that was badder on a dude than a fucking mirrored visor. Like Sean Taylor used to wear a mirrored visor, and he looked like death out there in the gridiron, which he was, but he looked it from afar too.
Well, Damian Tomlinson wore a mirrored visor, right? Tomlinson?
He did.
Yeah,
He did. The funny, remember when Jim
who you think
would
of.
wear a black visor and gloves? Like it's the goofy, it's kind of the goofiest thing for a quarterback back then. Now I don't know if you really think much of it, but back then it was like, yeah, he wears a visor and gloves. They can't see his eyes, man. They can't see his eyes.
Oh no,
McMahon. I listened to his autobiography when I was a kid because I was like one of the few cassette tapes I actually owned was the McMahon autobiography. He claimed he had a light sensitivity. That's why he wore the visor, not because he was drinking.
Of course not.
That's a whole era of football that was probably better in a lot of regards.
I was just explaining this to Kathleen's son the other day. Our library at school had 4 sports autobiographies, and once I read the 3 that were of interest to me, the 4th one was Cal Yarborough, some fucking old NASCAR driver, and I read it because that was all that was available to me. Right? Like there wasn't I could borrow from another library or the internet exists or anything like that. Like if they had a thing on, Althea Jackson, you were going to read it because you didn't have any other choice,
So you had the NASCAR driver. Was he NASCAR? Yeah, he was NASCAR.
Yeah. I think he was NASCAR. Now, Cal Yarborough, yeah.
No. Yeah, I would just take a pass on that. I would go find a fantasy novel, science fiction.
Fair.
Actually, I remember as a kid, like there used to be like huge sections of like, I don't even know how to describe them, the sports books, but they were like just terrible, like dime novels. You know what I mean? Like 250 pages of just like the.
Sort of related. Do you remember Collectabooks? So they were like 8-page mini books, and it would be like Nolan Ryan, and it would have some stats in the back or whatever, and it had like a brief biography, and like they were like baseball card size.
Yeah, no, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So the inventor of that was Jim Bouton, who played Major League Baseball and wrote this book called Ball 4, which is kind of considered like the first behind the scenes look of what it was like in a clubhouse. And Jim, not only besides Collectabooks, was also responsible for co-founding Big League Chew. So it was one of his buddies came up with the idea, and then I think he put some like marketing money behind it, or of some like he put a business plan together or something. So that's kind of an interesting career,
yeah. We got anything else college football Notre Dame related we want to talk about tonight before we get out of here?
No, we touched on the Texas Tech thing, which was I think is the most pertinent.
I just want to play him. Like
I just want to play him too.
Me too.
Like you want to talk about somebody who's been cashing checks, right? Like who's talked more shit about Notre Dame, like unprompted?
Right. For like out of the scope is Joey McGuire.
Joey McGuire's been basically just like all leading into the college football playoff. He was talking shit about Notre Dame, and I want to see it. And you know what? Let's back it up and let's settle it on the field. And the fact that Texas Tech is seemingly willing to do that, and they're the NIL kings. They just put together a super softball team. There's like a whole mercenary softball team, and they lost to Texas today in the college women's softball championship with their NIL super team. And last year they put together one of the highest paid rosters in college football, and they made it to the playoffs, didn't score a point. But you know what?
Now their quarterback is fired, and
now their quarterback is probably not going to be
that they over fucking paid for.
Well, now they're not going to be paying it all for. Right?
If Texas Tech goes to just deciding like, hey, we're just going to throw every bit of money we have at everything, Sorsby doesn't even come close to that number anywhere else, does it?
No, absolutely not. No, because Sorsby sucked. Sorsby.
Texas Tech is driving the market price on a lot of these players.
I see these transfer rankings and stuff like that, and the kid that went to Indiana is high up there, and I don't know, but the Sorsby kid, I watched him play at Cincinnati. He was great in the month of September, but after September, he was awful.
Because we talked about him. We talked about him on the podcast.
We talked about him on the pod. Yeah. And you know what? I'm fine with Texas Tech wanting to call their shot. And this is sort of the answer to can Notre Dame fill up their schedule? And we talked about this on the last podcast, or the last show. And yeah, Notre Dame can fill up their roster for teams like Texas Tech that want to, and this is how Notre Dame got big, in Newt Rockne times. Anyone, any place, we'll make stars out of anybody that wants to play us, right? And Texas Tech,
I just want to go to Lubbock. I think that'd be a fun thing to go do. Let's go see some tortillas. They throw tortillas around, right?
They do.
I fucking love burritos. Let's go to Lubbock, dude.
You also love tacos, but definitely less than you do burritos.
I am pretty sure I am going to be picking up, tortillas off the ground. I'm taking these home.
Yeah, and
let's go do it.
I think Notre Dame and Michigan State's one of those teams too. You're going to find teams that are listen, we need a marquee matchup to get our name on the map. Let's schedule Notre Dame, and BYU is a good dance partner for that. Texas Tech seems to be, and like you said earlier, let's look at some Big 12 teams.
I just think there is a long list of Big 12 teams that just sound like a fun date.
If the Big 10 wants to go back to blackballing us, and if the SEC wants to go back to their ways of refusing
it's a Power 4 conference. There's some fun names on there, some different locations, teams we haven't played a lot in. And I'm all about let's make our
diversify
years. Let's make our schedule more interesting. I'm past the point of let's have it so we can do this or this and that. That's what kind of have some fun with it. So some different names there would be nice.
As much as I shit on Kent State during the last podcast, it is a different opponent, and it probably is a lot better than playing North Carolina another time.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're playing North Carolina.
I like the word diversify.
Diversify your things. And you know what? The paradigm doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be because the traditional blue bloods. Now that NIL is a thing, why can't Texas Tech be a thing? Right? Why can't Texas Tech?
Right.
Clemson wasn't a thing until 2015. They weren't a thing until they were.
I'm totally fine. And
certainly the money's there.
The money's there at Texas Tech.
The Big 12 doesn't. The Big 12 also has Arizona State.
Sign me up.
Not too shabby there. I mean, I just think those are fun. That's a fun matchup you don't get to. We haven't had.
Fine
Kansas
dance
State,
partners. Kansas State,
Colorado,
Baylor, West
TCU.
Virginia, Colorado, Houston.
Hey, you know what? Cincinnati.
Wow.
Cincinnati, let's go down to Nippert. Let's go down to Nippert.
TCU.
Avenge 2021.
Right? Utah.
Yeah. And Nippert's a cool fucking stadium anyways.
Let's go to Rice Eccles.
Rice Eccles Stadium.
Yeah. Utah. I keep not mentioning Utah. That'd be a fucking dope ass place to go to.
It would be dope playing a game in the mountains. We're playing a game in Provo.
Yeah. So we'll be used to it. We can be mountain climbers.
And that's what I'm saying. It's
listen, if the Sons of Jerusalem are going to do anything in this world, we're going to have to learn how to operate in high altitude.
All right. Listen, that's what got Alexander all caught up in when he went to Afghanistan. It was that high altitude.
Yeah, it's how everybody gets caught up in Afghanistan.
It's always Afghanistan. It's
that's why you can't do anything with Afghanistan.
No one's ever been.
Why would you ever invade Afghanistan?
What kind
of the Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah,
Afghanistan. How many times has it been conquered?
Nuns. The closest it can be was the Golden Horde, and they didn't conquer it. They just diverted a river to wipe out a city from existence.
Genghis Khan he's pretty ruthless.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
He's pretty ruthless.
But I mean, you don't have to. Everybody's so caught up in the Big Ten and the SEC, and it's because we give them the power. And it's like, no, we don't need to play by your rules. Everybody gets invited to play off anyway. So let's just go play the Big 12. Let's play the SEC and
I'll say it. Let's go. I know they're G6 now, but like if we're gonna play some G6 schools, why not Washington State? Why not Oregon State? Why not fucking whoever else? San Diego State.
You got a roster.
Like why not?
You got scholarships.
San Diego State in the Harbaugh era, 2008.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, that was a good game.
Which was
opening.
I had to go to a wedding that day for one of Carrie's best friends who was marrying a Michigan State grad / lunatic, and there was a giant I stared at this giant Sparty ice sculpture while I'm fucking dying, trying to watch on my iPhone 3
a 23-12 game.
Notre Dame San Diego State. Like I shouldn't be worried about this shit. And here I am at this wedding with these fucking Spartans.
Blame Jimmy.
Just dying with this game.
Not Jimmy. Jimmy's lying.
So
I don't think Jimmy had a particularly good game in that either, right?
I think it was like a 23-12 game.
It wasn't terrible.
I mean, it wasn't like the opener the next year against Nevada.
21-13.
No.
Yeah, 21-13.
Who was the starting quarterback for Nevada?
It was Kaepernick.
It was Kaepernick. Yeah, it was Cap.
Yeah.
And he played like dog water.
Tatea got his first career college sack off of Kaepernick. I think in the third quarter.
Jimmy went 21 for 34.
3 tutties.
Yeah. 2 picks though. How many sacks did we give up? Because I feel like that was
in 08 or in that game.
Yeah, in that game.
Listen, dude. That's why Jimmy Clausen's a GOAT. Because he had some terrible offensive lines and never had a running game.
Absolutely awful.
Ever did he have a running game? Like he could have used a Tony Jones Jr. He never had a Tony Jones Jr. on his team.
He had Armando Allen.
Aye. Robert Hughes.
Shoestring tackle.
The fact that I'm just pulling this directly out of my Italian ass. The fact, so I say fact, but this is just me speaking with booze in me. The fact that Tony Jones Jr. probably had 12 more runs longer than the longest Armando Allen run in his career.
Till the bowl game.
You know what I mean? Like,
what do you think Sebo Flemister's up to these days? Speaking of guys, what's your favorite 13-yard Sebo Flemister run?
What's your favorite 4-yard?
Probably running away from an accident again?
Yeah.
No.
Not me. I didn't see the bad thing this time. I said my bad thing earlier.
All right. Let's wrap this up. Jude, what do you got left in the tank?
I got nothing to watch. Love has won.
No, Jude.
The Colts are mother god.
There's a baby.
There was a baby. There's a baby?
Wedding season?
There's a baby on the way.
Who's having a baby?
On the coaching.
Yeah. I saw Jess Matano met Mrs. Met the other day and got a follow from her. I was fucking pissed about that. That was great. I mean, happy for her.
No, there is a baby on the way
staff.
After that. Yeah. It's
who?
Assistant
Jaden
coach.
Greathouse. We talked about this last week.
No, it's what's his face from Illinois. Why is it not?
Burt Bielema? Borderline erotic?
No, and Bert's talking shit about Notre Dame online, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Come on, dude.
You talking about like Hunter
Who's
Griffin?
the Illinois DC that we just hired?
Houston Griffin?
The secondaries coach.
Why can't I think of his name? That's who's having the kid, right?
Yeah, that is who's having kid.
Aaron Henry?
No.
Aaron Henry.
I just saw it. It was
I would say this is a bad look for us, but it's actually pretty on brand.
By the way, the only thing that's different is you can see us on video looking this up.
Javion Codlin, right?
Oh.
Yeah, it's Javion Codlin.
Oh, well, I mean, Aaron Henry came from Illinois. I thought you were alluding that he was okay.
Right? Isn't that who it is?
God, this is one of those times where I wish this was a 3-hour pod so nobody sees this nonsense at the end.
Yeah, it is J-Cod. It's
By the way, this is our brand. This is our brand, and our brand is strong. Okay, it's looking up shit we should have looked up beforehand.
Yeah,
it's
but
having no agenda.
It should have just been on the top of this.
My whole brand is I have a great approximate knowledge of things.
Yes, exactly right. I saw things 5 seconds before the screen refreshed, and I'm just trying to remember them now.
But
my whole brand is Ohio.
So. In life, I have a great approximate knowledge of things, and there it is, right? Javion Codlin, who is the
congrats to Javion.
Yeah,
Brendan, what do you got left in the tank?
Man, I got nothing left in the tank. I'm excited to be back at it, back on the pod.
Brendan, can you fix our fucking feed, man, so people can get their fucking podcast where they want it?
I will have it figured out tomorrow. I'll have Josh all of the information, so it'll be in everybody's podcast feeds.
We should probably get an intro. Like this is what the pod meeting looks like. We're still missing an intro, so we should probably do that.
Hold on a second. I'll run you feeding the
2 months later, it's like,
oh, that's good.
I'm about to make a baby.
It's called feeding the ducks, but it sounds like sexual healing.
I say I'm about to make a baby to this.
Oh, lo-fi. That sounds like us.
They're about.
No, that sounds like hold music.
It's hold music. That's not
going to do it for me.
Give me one bread, one body.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, sign me up.
One Lord of all. One cup of blessing, which we bless. Which is always so funny because I dated a girl in college who was always like, "What is it? What does one cup of blessing, which we bless, mean? Isn't a cup of blessing by its nature already blessed? Why does it need to be re-blessed?
Because why not? The more blessings.
Double tap. You got to double tap, Jude. You got to double tap.
You got to double tap. That's why I broke up with her. That's why I broke up with her.
When he's on the periphery, when Satan's on your periphery, you got to make sure.
I kind of feel like when we have our Sons of Jerusalem meeting, we're gonna have to come up with a couple of bangers there for our school song, like the fight
on Eagles
song.
Wings.
Like on Eagles, that needs to be the fight song.
How great thou art.
Can we get Edward Norton to sing it?
I'd say Onward Christian Soldier, but Protestants were stealing that for a while. That's it.
I like Anthem, by the way. We are called, we are chosen.
You know,
Anthem.
The best tone. Listen, the best tone is actually, and I'm not sure. I don't think the title is right, but like, they'll know we're Christians by our love. Like that's a fucking banger.
And they'll know we are Christians by our love, by our love.
Yeah, but you love that. You love that because it's not hard for you to sing.
They played that 3 weeks ago at church, and I was humming it for the rest of the day.
Yeah, that beat is good, man. It's just it's coming at you. But like,
actually, the "Were You There" it gets in my head too. Were you there when they rolled away the stone? Were you there when they crucified our Lord? Were you there? Oh, sometimes it causes me to tremble. I
think that's it's Philip Goff's favorite song. Because every time we start talking about Catholic bangers, I think that's the one he brings up every time, and he will say "tremble" twice, like he's supposed to.
Nice.
Tremble.
Yeah, we made a couple of Tommy Tremble jokes around that, if I recall correctly.
Oh yeah. I think. Oh yeah, there's been probably a couple of solid tweets where Tremble was mentioned twice.
Yeah, trembled.
All right, we're gonna get out of here. Be sure to check out onefootdown.com. Every day we got stuff going on, and the podcast in this video form will be on the feed. We're kind of setting all that stuff up on the feed side. Brendan and Jude now are locked in by blood oath to be sharing some thoughts too as well on the feed. So be checking that out, be commenting on things. And we're just getting started with this summer love. You'll know we are Notre Dame fans by our bullshit. Be a banger. Be our banger. So we'll bring that with us. But anyways, so that's it. So for Jude, for Brendan, for everybody over at One Foot Down, thanks for listening. And as always, go Irish.
Sons of Jerusalem lepers, let's go.
The lepers.
The lepers balled on the foot.